And so we can really get a lot done at home with absolutely nothing, not even any dumbbells. Hey guys, I'm Mark McKilley with Live Anabolic. Today, I have a leg workout that you can do at home with absolutely no equipment, just your own body weight. So guys, why do you hear people like myself and Gary Walker, we kind of harp on legs a lot, okay? And there's several reasons for it. First of all, it's the biggest muscle groups in our entire body. So many guys ignore legs. I see it all the time at the gym, all right? You probably know what I'm talking about. Well, guys, your legs are really important. First of all, it's 50% of the muscle mass in your body. So if you neglect your legs, that means you have less muscle to burn all those calories throughout the day. And it makes it much harder to lose body fat if you neglect your legs. Now, another thing is, guys, because it's such a big muscle group, it also is responsible for helping your body increase our production of testosterone. There is no other muscle group in our body that plays a more important role in our production of testosterone than our legs. So if you neglect your legs, guys, I promise you're neglecting your testosterone levels. And if your testosterone levels aren't where they need to be, it's gonna be real hard to put on muscle, and it's gonna be just as hard to lose body fat. So I'm gonna give you 6 great exercises a day that you can do anywhere. At home, at the office, traveling, in the motel, doesn't matter because they require absolutely no equipment. All right, so before I get into these different exercises, I want to remind you of a free resource that we have for you. Our Facebook group is fantastic, guys. Click the link below this video and it'll take you to a page where you can apply to join our group. I'm the administrator of the group, so I'm in every single day. I'm on Facebook answering questions from all over the world. And guys, it's people like us. It's our age, all right? We don't have any young whippersnappers in there. There's no women in there. It's just a bunch of guys in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. We even got a few guys in their early 80s. And it's really cool because it's not just me that's answering the questions. It's thousands of people around the world helping to answer each other's questions and help to motivate each other. And we get tons of really kind of interesting input from everywhere. So guys, you don't typically get a lot of free offers, and this legitimately is free. No credit card information, no nothing. Even if you hate Facebook, even if you hate Mark Zuckerberg like I do, you need to join because it's just too good to pass up. So guys, the 6 exercises I'm gonna show you are gonna be able to hit basically every single muscle in your lower body. And that's cool, but now you're gonna ask, well, how do I do them? How many do I do? How many reps? How many sets? How do I structure the workout? So I'm gonna give you guys 2 unique ways to create your own workout today. I normally don't do that. So there's 2 basic techniques. One is the circuit training style, where you do each of the 6 exercises in order with very little rest in between them. And then when you've finished all 6, that's one circuit. You stop, you catch your breath. You're gonna be gassed, all right? And it's kind of a HIIT style workout program. And circuit training is really good. It does hit all the muscles, but because of the way it's structured, very little rest in between every exercise, and you only rest at the end of the circuit, it gets your heart rate real high, all right? You'll be sweating, you'll be just gassed, hardly able to breathe, And so that style is also really good for burning a lot of calories and burning a lot of body fat, okay? Now it does build the muscles, but it also places a lot of emphasis on the cardio effect and the caloric burning that comes with that. The other way is the more traditional way, where we just go to exercise number 1. We knock out a set of 10 to 12 reps. We stop, we catch our breath for about a minute. Then we do another set of that same exercise. Catch our breath. Do another set of that same exercise. We might do 3 sets. Boom. We rest, then we move to exercise number 2, where we go through set by set by set of exercise number 2 with a fair amount of rest in between each set, all right? And then we move on to the next one. So that's the more traditional way. Well, guess what? We're doing a lot more rest, right? So we're not gonna get gassed. We're not gonna be just really out of breath. That's not the point. The point is to catch our breath in between sets, which means the next set we can hit it just as hard as the previous set. Now this technique, this more traditional style, is really better for just building muscle. Okay, so if that's your goal, if you feel like you've got your body fat where you want it, the traditional technique is going to be better for you because you're actually going to get more muscle growth out of the workout. If you're still trying to burn a lot of fat while also building muscle, then try the circuit training style, okay? You probably will not get as much muscle growth, but you'll get a lot more caloric burn, and hence you'll burn more fat. All right, so the first exercise is something I call a bike squat. So I started incorporating this into my leg workout every week, all right? So guys, I'm gonna perform it for you. I'm gonna do it from the side so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. And it's different from a regular squat. So a regular squat, I would be looking forward and keeping my back straight, okay? And going down to about right here with my elbows, touching my thighs, and then back up. This is completely different, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my feet a little closer together, all right? And I'm gonna bend over and I'm gonna go down and touch my fingers, all right? See how my heels are off the ground? That's just naturally gonna happen because your ankles aren't that flexible. So I'm gonna be looking straight down and I'm gonna come up and see how my back is still bent? And then I'm down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So I'm going all the way down. You're getting really, really deep here, guys, like this. And I'm up on my toes, and when I hit the ground, this helps with my balance, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna be trying to balance yourself like a catcher, all right? So you're slightly forward with your weight here, but most of your weight's on your toes. My butt is all the way down on my ankles, all right? And I'm not standing up like this. I'm gonna keep looking down, and all I'm gonna do is push my butt back. So I'm going butt back. You don't even have to bring your arms up very high. So just like this, guys. So your upper body, your torso really isn't going up and down all that much. It's really just your lower body, just your legs. So guys, I love that exercise. You don't need to add any extra weight, and you knock these out and you're gonna feel an incredible pump in your quads. All right, this second exercise, guys, they're step-ups. Now, I like to pick something nice and sturdy and hard. You can step up onto a couch or a cushioned chair like this, but you know, there's springs and there's foam in there, and it kind of gives, and it's kind of hard to balance yourself. So I prefer to step up onto something that's sturdy and solid, like a wooden coffee table or a wooden chair, something like this. There's a couple of different ways to do step-ups, guys. So you can just step up and touch and back down, and then switch legs, and then back down, and then up with your right leg, and then touch and down, and then switch legs. All right. Now guys, if you're just beginning and your legs aren't very strong, I recommend try do the alternating, okay? So step up with the right leg, then back down, and then the next rep you step up with the left leg. But for guys that are in a little bit better shape, you're not gonna get enough weight or tension on your muscles. It's just your legs are just so strong naturally. So I'm gonna recommend you do it this way. Just do one leg at a time, but because you're up and just touch and then down, up, touch, down, you're not giving your right leg any time to rest, okay? If you were alternating, your right leg would be resting while the left leg is stepping up, okay? So when you do it like this, you have literally no rest in between reps, and you'll get a better pump in your legs. So you can knock out 10, 15, 20 reps on one leg, catch your breath for 15 seconds, then hit the other leg for 10, 15, 20 reps. Much better way to get a good burn and a good pump if you're already in at least intermediate level shape. All right, exercise number 3, you guys are not gonna like it. It's a great exercise, but it's tough. A Bulgarian split squat. If you've never seen one or done one before, I'm gonna give you like some clues and some tricks on a good way to do them. So this is what I do. As I put my legs, I put my calves back against either a couch or a chair, and I take one medium step forward, okay? Then I put my back foot up on the couch. Now notice I don't put my back foot up right in line with my front foot. I put it off to the side so I get some side-to-side stability here, because keeping your balance is the hard part of this exercise. So it's off to the side, and I'm just gonna bend down and then straight back up. And I'm just looking straight ahead, guys. So it's boom, boom. And this may feel really weird and awkward at first because you're just not used to the balance problems here, all right? So you just do one leg at a time and you're gonna get burned out really quick, trust me. Go back to the starting. My calves are back up against the couch. I just take kind of a medium stride. Foot goes up and off to the side, not right in line with my front foot, off to the side. And then, and guys, just go down as far as your body will let you, okay? Some of you guys may only get to here and you may start having problems, but this, you're gonna feel this in your quads and your hamstrings and your glutes. Some of you guys can go way down until you're, see how my back knee is actually touching the ground? All right, that would be full range of motion all the way down here. Back knee on the ground. But you don't have to go that deep. So just listen to your body and only go to where it lets you. Okay, so exercise number 4. I call this a stiff-legged shin touch, like we're touching our shins. Typically, we would be doing these with dumbbells. It would be a stiff-legged deadlift, which is also called a Romanian deadlift. But remember, we're just doing it with our body weight. No equipment today, guys. So normally, if I had dumbbells and I was showing you how to do a stiff-legged deadlift, I would have them in my hands, okay, and I would bend, I would stick my butt out, and I would bend down with the dumbbells and come to about right here, and then squeeze my butt, and then back up. Well, we don't have any weight, right? So instead of doing it that way, I want you to just, basically you're gonna stick your butt out as the very first move. Take your hands and they're just gonna run straight down, and you're gonna go as deep as your body will let you go. Now, you can bend your knees a little bit like I have, or if you want, you can try to keep your knees locked pretty straight here, and then go down as deep as you can, and then I want you to flex your hamstrings and your glutes and come straight back up. Keep your hands close to your body, okay? So your butt sticks out, you go down, touch your shins, and then squeeze when you come back up. So I'm squeezing with my glutes and my hamstrings. I'm trying not to lift myself up with my lower back, okay? So I'm really focusing my mind-muscle connection on using my glutes and hamstrings to do all the work here, guys. And once you get the hang of it, even though you don't have any dumbbells in your hand, no weight, you can really start to feel your hamstrings kick in and your glutes at the same time. You'll actually be able to feel those muscles contract. Okay, number 5. This is a one-legged glute bridge. Now guys, this is another exercise where the form is really important because we don't have a whole lot of weight, but the muscles we're using are really strong, okay? So if you don't really use good form and really concentrate, you're not gonna really feel the muscles activate like we really want them to. So a one-legged glute bridge is, we just get in this position basically, and I'm gonna be flexing my hamstrings and glutes on my left leg. So my right leg is up in there, it's doing nothing really, all right? And I'm gonna flex my glutes and my hamstrings, and I'm just gonna raise my pelvis up and then back down, and then raise my pelvis up. And when you come back down, try not to let your butt hit the ground, all right? So if you let your butt hit the ground, you take all the tension off your hamstrings and your glutes, right? So I'm resting now. I'm getting nothing done over here on my left leg. But if I'm slightly off the ground and then flexing and then down and then flexing up and then back down, up, and back down. All right, and we can switch it over to the right leg. So now I'm focusing on my right hamstring and glute. Up. And then when I'm at the bottom, I can still get my hand under my ass here, okay? So up and then down. So I still have tension on my hamstring. I can really feel it here, guys, but I can still get my hand under here. And guys, that's a one-legged glute bridge, and don't alternate. It's just too hard, okay? It just wastes a bunch of time. So just knock out 10 or 12 reps on one leg, and then switch over and do 10 or 12 reps on the other leg. All right, well, exercise number 6 has to do with committing serious felonies and crimes and going to prison. What is it called? It's called a prison squat. You know what they say in prison? Don't drop the soap. Well, this is slightly different, okay? So remember, I showed you how to do a kind of a more traditional squat earlier. So I'm gonna be looking straight forward, okay? And the first move is I stick my butt out and then I go straight down until my elbows touch my thighs and then straight back up. Prison squat is very similar, except I want you to put your hands over up here by your temples. So don't lock your fingers and put them behind your head like this, because it's gonna put a lot of tension, okay? You're gonna be pulling your head forward and your neck's gonna be straining to keep it back. So just do this. I just put my fingers like this on the side of my head. I'm still gonna look forward, okay? And the first move for the squat is ass out and then straight down and then straight up. So if you remember, sticking your butt out is the beginning of the movement. So butt out, it just makes everything else work in proper sequence. If you don't do your butt first, what you're likely to do is to bend over a little bit first and then go down. So if you don't stick your butt out, you naturally just tend to want to tilt forward and then go down like this. Butt out and then straight down and straight up. That's a prison squat, and that won't get you in trouble at the penitentiary. All right, so obviously I got some really great equipment here, and I was at the gym working out with a young buddy. You can really get some phenomenal leg workouts in when you go to the gym, but you're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars for just one machine, all right? And so we can really get a lot done at home with absolutely nothing, not even any dumbbells. But guys, you're gonna have to push yourself, okay? Your legs are big and strong, and when you're only lifting your own body weight, a lot of times that's really easy, especially for you guys that have gotten past the beginner level, okay? So you're gonna have to force yourself to do more reps, to get yourself tired, to get those muscles fatigued, to get that lactic acid, kind of that burn going. And so you may need to do 20 or 30 reps, okay? You may need to cut your rest down in between sets so that you don't have too long to recover, because once again, you're only lifting your body weight. It's up to you, but guys, you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone, especially with your legs, because they're just naturally so strong. And then finally, you gotta stick with it and never give up on yourself.